Okay, in this video I'm going to talk you through our app. It's called the Vehicle Network app. I'm going to give you an overview of it. It is for those people involved in vehicle related investigations and specifically serious collision investigations and vehicle system forensics, which involves getting data from cars in order to assist in serious crime or serious collision investigations. So it is a platform that is full of resources and they've been building over the last 3 years. It's an opportunity for people to network, like-minded people, and come together and generate conversations. And it's also an area that we as a company can put our training material into the app as well and activate areas that's just specifically for those people that have come on our training courses. But it means that people have that information at their fingertips because it is an app. It's available in both the App Store and Google Play Store, and it's available on a smartphone, a tablet, but also as a progressive web app. So if you are still using a legacy device such as a laptop or a desktop, I know they are becoming a little bit obsolete, then you can access it as a web page and the content's exactly the same. It's just the user interface is a little bit different, but it means that you have that flexibility to have the information with you when you've got your tablet or your phone with you. And there's some other features that make it available as an offline product as well, whereby you can watch some of the video content offline and download it locally to a device. So I'm just going to give you an overview of the different areas and resources that we've got in the app, talk you through a bit of the costings. But if you know anybody that's involved in vehicle related investigations and you think it might be of use to them, then by all means point them in our direction. It's by no means going to give you all the solutions because there just aren't any out there. But we hope to contribute to the community in order to give people at least a little bit of a leg up in certain areas and try to keep people up to pace with what's going on in serious collision investigations and the world of vehicle system forensics, because the automotive industry is going through such a transition at the moment that even as a company that specialises in doing this kind of stuff, some days it does feel hard to keep on top of the changes and what's going on, and there's so many strands to it that we it's really difficult to do that. So as a training provider, we want people to be also kept up to date with stuff, because as soon as they leave the premises and leave the training, they're out of date. That's just the nature of the world as it is today. And this is a place that we just keep everything in one place and they can access it and they know where they're going for it. So without further ado, it is somewhere at the side of me. This is what you will be greeted with when you download the app. It's just what we would class as a landing page. It just tells you the sort of stuff I've been talking about. So if you were to download it without seeing this video, you will be getting that information. But we want to jump onto the Learn tab. This top area here, which is called Essentials and Communities, it's like a carousel. Yeah, it's been designed a little bit like your Netflix and the modern user interface of content. You will see in that first area, the welcome area, some content and videos that tells you a lot more about the app in detail. All that is free to access. However, this is a paid area. So you've got an area called Friday Feature, you've got an area called the Vehicle Network Podcasts, an area called Case Studies, and an area called Open Source Content. So this is something that will be grayed out when you are looking at the app if you've just downloaded it. In order to activate that area, you can do that from the landing page, which is right at the bottom, I think. It's $24.99 for the year. We are going to make it available as a monthly option as well at $2.99, so it is slightly cheaper to do it for the 12 months. But this area just allows you to keep up to date with things. It gives you access to content that's not available on any of our social media channels in the first instance, albeit it does get shared, some of it later on down the line. But what I would say is that the case study area is not something that goes out on the social media channels. It is purely for those people on the Essentials and Community plan. We've limited numbers in there at the moment, as you can see, but the quality of those are quite high in the sense that the Operation Feverfew that you can see there, that is actually the main story for that case is actually on TV at the moment as a documentary for one of the UK main broadcasting channels. It's just in that presentation we give you a deep dive on what we did with a vehicle that was involved in that case, which was quite a nasty murder case, and the other is a murder case as well behind the wheel or very close by. The first one is something that we've learnt quite a lot from in respect of what the FBI have done in a case as well. So that is an area that is only available as part of the Essentials and Community Plan, as are the others, but some of the other content may get filtered out. The Friday feature, podcast is self-explanatory. Friday feature is continuing education, whereby we put videos out, or at least try to put them out every week to keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of automotive investigations. So I think 2023 we did one every single week for that year, and you can go back and look at all those as soon as you activate that particular resource. Come back out of there. I think that's them all. The podcasts, we've 12 of those that you'll be able to go at, and again, they are there for reference, and they'll be there and keep there as we build on the future episodes, for which we've got some lined up. We've just got yet to get them done and recorded. The next carousel, you're unlikely to see it unless you access some of the vehicle system forensics training. I'm not going to go through that. I can do that and need to update a video that we've got online for that at the moment. But essentially, all that area is if you decide that you want to do some future training or further training around vehicle system forensics, then some of those areas get activated. What I should say about that is we do have resources for those students that also get activated, so you can see training resources and other carousel. You won't see that. However, this is a free area as the triage for those people involved in planning vehicle system forensics examinations. So if you're part of law enforcement or you're a practitioner in the field of serious collisions, or looking to see what data opportunities might exist on a vehicle to assist you in your investigation, then reach out to us, training@appshaw.co.uk, or as we will see in a minute, you can message us within the app as well. Then we will activate that area for you, so at least you've got some assistance. And if I go in there just to show you the sort of thing that you can gain from there, if we were looking at Audi vehicles, we were looking at what we might be able to get from those, then we've got an overview of their infotainment and telematics systems, for example. What I should say is this is Audi heavy, because we do have access to James Wales, who works at Audi and does a lot of our training as well. So you might not get that across all the platforms, but it's kindly written as a guide up for that one, just by way of example. And then we look at all the different modules that we've examined and tell you what solutions we might have in respect to those, and just give you some information. So if that is of interest to anybody that is involved in this type of work, it will be a free area for you. Just let us know and we'll activate that one for you, and it would appear as a separate carousel coming down the list. As you can see, there's other areas for those people involved in some of the other training that if you were to come on, then those would get activated too. But you can have some of these as standalone areas as well. And then finally, this will get activated, this area, just by downloading the app, because it's a free area for those people that want to learn a little bit more about how to investigate serious collisions. So we've only just launched this at the start of 2025, but it is a free course on leading or carrying out serious collision investigations. Sadly, there are still a lot of people being killed on the roads globally, and people needing to investigate these types of incidents. And we want to be able to just reposit our knowledge. We've got a lot of knowledge in this area, and we want to make that freely available to anybody that wants to access it within the app. So that you should see if you've downloaded the app, and you will access that course. What I would say about it is it's not there yet, because we're just building it and drip feeding the content as we go on. It's a labour of love. You will also get access to community area. Like I said, it is a networking platform. So if you took the Essentials and Community plan, then that would get activated as well. So you would see that community tab. You will automatically see the serious collision investigation tab. Now, I'm not going to explain how these work. There's a little bit of a description in the welcome area of the app. But if you are familiar with the likes of Discord, you're familiar with Telegram, similar sort of thing, channels and threads. We also have the option to message people directly. So you can message us if you're struggling with any of the training perhaps, or you've got messages you want to send around things you've seen within the app, then you can reach out to us through a private messaging platform, and we can have that conversation. You can send images if you're struggling to identify or work out what stuff is, and we can send images and videos back. And that is a whistle-stop tour of the application. So just to recap, Essentials and Community, $24.99 for the year or $2.99 a month. That option is not up there yet for the $2.99 a month, but it will be in the coming weeks. And the costs for the training program are on our website, but say the Vehicle System Forensics Planning Strategy is an online only course. You get all the content in there. That is currently at £200 ex VAT, $240 with VAT, and you can just activate that through the application itself. And as this builds for the future, obviously we can put other courses in there. We are going to be launching some other courses this year to do with vehicle system forensics that are going to be available within the application as online. And again, it's whether or not you decide to activate it or not. But that is just a whistle-stop tour of our application, and it's been in the making for over 3 years now. Not a lot of people know it exists, and not a lot of people know that some of the free resources exist and what the paid resources are. So that is to give you an overview of that. If you've got any questions, bob them in the comments below the video or reach out to me, training@harpershaw.co.uk.